I've talked a big game about Kirby Superstar being my favorite Kirby game. That's not actually true. Did I ever say that? Kirby Superstar Ultra, I would say, is my favorite Kirby game. On account of the fact that it's like Kirby Superstar but more, you know? But yeah, we're gonna play through a little bit of Kirby Superstar. I don't think I'm gonna play everything because there's so much content in this amazing game, you know? It's great. But this was a game I played a lot as a kid. Not this game. I played Superstar Ultra as a kid because I was born in 2003 and I had a DS, not an SNES. And I didn't even actually own the game. I had one of those R4 cards that you just load the game onto and then you could play everything. And I remember, you know, getting ROMs off of ROM sites that are probably not reliable anymore. Um, and it was a ton of fun. You know, very good value for money. But I've talked about those before, so I'm not going to get too much into it. But this game is still great, although the controls are a bit weird. This game is still great. And why is it so great? Because it's just simple Kirby fun, right? Like, we've never had Kirby fun quite like this. And that's kind of true, like, the games up until Superstar are good. I haven't played the original Game Boy Kirby, but, you know, the games up until Superstar are good. This is where Kirby, for me, starts being like, oh, this is an excellent game. And I think that's true with a lot of, like, Nintendo franchises, and even third-party franchises. SNES is where they kind of begin to be something greater than, you know, simple arcade games and stuff. You know, Super Mario Brothers, the original, it's a fun game. It's one of the best SNES games. It might be the best SNES game. Or no, it might be the best NES game. But, like, you know, Super Mario... Okay. Mario's a bad example because I have words to say about Super Mario World. Super Mario World's a great game, it controls great. I'm not a fan of a lot of the Haunted House levels, the Boo's Mansion levels. There's like 2 or 3 of those in the whole game, and I don't like them. And there's a lot of parts where it's like, oh, you gotta find the secret exit, but it doesn't even tell you, like, which level the secret exit's in, or even that there is a secret exit. So you spend all of this time, like, I can't advance in the game, I don't know how to advance. Turns out you just need to find a secret exit. That's bullshit. And listen, there's stuff like that in the original NES Mario. There's, like, Picador in the, like, castle levels and stuff. Which, there are some levels in NES Mario that I still don't know how to do. I just have to look them up every time. I don't remember how to do them on subsequent playthroughs. That's some of the, like, castle levels in the middle of the game where I haven't played as much because I usually just go straight to, you know, you go 1-2, 4-2, 8-1, right? Like, I haven't played a lot of the middle of the game as much. I've played through the game start to finish with save states, but, you know, I don't remember how to beat all of that stuff, and that's fine. SNES is where the games kind of, for me, take off, like A Link to the Past, for example, right? Like, that's the first Zelda game that I would seriously consider to be quite good. And I've never beaten that game, to be fair. I've only briefly played it. But I've only briefly played the NES Zelda, and it sucks. Like, it's not good. And part of the reason that it's not good is because of the exact same thing that I have a problem with in Super Mario, which is bad game design, right? Like, you've got stuff in NES Zelda where you would never figure out how to do it. You just have to look up a guide. Like, there's so many things in that game that are so, like, obtuse. You've just got to find a random tree tile, and you don't have any indication of which one it is, but if you set it on fire, you'll get a new item. And that item is critical for advancing the game. Like, it's dumb. It's very stupid. And while NES Zelda, like, could have been a good game if it was designed better, because there's nothing wrong with the controls or the combat, like, all of that's fine. Those things hold it back a lot, and I think a lot of NES games and early Game Boy stuff suffered from that as well. Like, even Pokemon, like, Pokemon Red and Blue are good games, but they are by far the worst Pokemon games, and it's largely because of stuff like that. I mean, you're never going to be confused, probably, on what to do. Oh my god, this is my favorite power. Mirror is my favorite power. When you run, you do like this, and then you have a dash attack where you split out. And you can do this, and you even get block when you have Mirror. So it's like that Smash Bros power, right? You've got block, and you've got like dash attack and stuff. It's so cool. I mean, all of them have dash attacks, but the shield is very cool to me. What was I talking about? NES games. Yeah. You're never going to be confused on what to do in a Pokemon game, probably. Like, they're pretty straightforward in general. Although I had a bad experience with Pokemon Black 2, where I thought I had to do all of the Pokestar Studio stuff. So I did like 2 or 3 movies before I looked it up and found out that it's optional. You don't need to do any of them. Well, you need to do one. There's one like tutorial one that takes like 3 minutes. I spent like over an hour doing them and trying to like figure out the best way to do it without losing. It was a complete waste of time. But yeah, like in general, Red and Blue, you're not going to be confused on what to do, but there's so many isms, like HMs, which, you know, stayed around for a long time, to be fair, but it is a problem with the games. I do like, you know, it's a little bit more freeform, because in Red and Blue you don't have to do gyms necessarily in the order that they were designed to be played in. Generally you will. Like, generally you're going to do them in, you know, the set order, but you can do them out of order. Like, it is an option to you. The game doesn't make it super obvious that it's an option to you, but, you know, you can do it, so I think that's cool. But yeah. I should probably talk about Kirby Superstar. Why is Kirby Superstar so good? It's variety. It's all Kirby, and it's always gonna be Kirby. Like, that's all the game is. But there's so much variety of Kirby. There's Great Cave, which is really fun. You just go through, you collect treasure. I think I've 100%ed Great Cave before, like, got all the different treasures. You don't have to. You just need to get to the exit. But it's a rather fun time. If you are playing Superstar Ultra, there's even more content. There's the, like, well, I don't actually know what differs between... Because this has Milky Way Wishes and Revenge of Meta Knight, so the ones that are unique to the DS one are going to be, like... What's it going to be? It's going to be, God, I can't remember. It's not my first time playing Gourmet Race. The ones that are missing are the tournaments. There's like, yeah, tournaments where you fight against various enemies. It's cool. I've played Gourmet Race quite a bit, trying to get like perfect times on them. I never did get perfect times on any of them. I think I'm supposed to do that here. Actually, I don't know how, like, what the fastest way to get through that is. I never did get perfect times, but I got a pretty good time on it before. That was not my best work. I think you can get it down to like 20 seconds, probably. Maybe shorter. But yeah, I remember I streamed this game and did Gourmet Race for like a good 3 hours or something. I don't know who was still watching after I finished playing Gourmet Race, but I do think that's quite funny. It's just like the speedrunner instinct kind of took over there. And now I've got less of that going on. Oh no, I'm losing. I'm genuinely losing right now. What on earth? Oh, I'm taking over. Wait. Oh my goodness, that was so close there. That was super duper close. I think it was just the first Gourmet Race level that I ended up, like, you know, trying to get a perfect time on. I think the best one here is the feather, though. The feather power-up's cool. You get to, like... Well, you can fly with it, and when you fly, the wings do damage. So it's actually, like, kind of good. Also, you fly really quickly. This has got to be the best power-up, right? Wait, the wings don't do damage? I thought they did. Okay, maybe I was just wrong about that. You know what another really good Kirby game is? Epic Yarn. I know a lot of people complained about Epic Yarn because you can't die. Or like, you kind of can, but you can't really die. I don't care. It's a Kirby game. I'm not dying anyway. Like, I'm good. I really enjoy Epic Yarn. And I think I'll make an Epic Yarn video. I don't know if I have the game still. I used to have it as a kid, but a lot of the games on PS2 and Wii that I had as a kid, I just don't, like, I was gonna say despicably, it's not despicable, inexplicably just don't have those games anymore. And that's a little annoying, but it's fine, like, who cares? But yeah, I think it was Course 1, I speedrun this. Okay, that's not any good. Is there a fast way to restart? Well, whatever. Does this break the blocks? Does doing that break the blocks? Are you genuinely meant to do that? That feels so slow. But there's no way you're meant to do anything else, right? It feels super weird that you'd be meant to do that, though. Let's try it. Okay, I was gonna say I don't as much have the speedrunner instinct now, but let's try it. Let's see what we can do. Kirby is a pink guy. I think you're meant to jump over that, but whatever. We're swimming through it. Yeah, that feels super duper slow, but I don't know what's faster. I know that if you tap as you're going over a ledge, you get, like, to continue your run a little bit. That was not good. I don't want to keep trying, though, because I feel like I'm not doing the right thing. Let's do Dynablade. Dynablade's pretty fun. Shall we explain copy? Do you think I played through the whole first... Wait, I said no! Did I not say no? I swear I clicked no. Well, whatever. I hate game tutorials that are like, do you need to know how to do this? And then you're like, no, I don't need to know. And then they're like, oh, it's good that you know how to do this by pressing this button. It's like, do you know how to shoot your gun? And you're like, yeah, I know how to shoot it. And it's like, oh, it's good you already know how to shoot your button using the R2 button and aim down sights using the L2 button. It's like, yeah, I said I know. Why are you still explaining it to me? I only picked that option because I wanted to, like, get to the actual gameplay. And now you're telling me how to do it. That's silly. But it's a very minor issue. That kind of thing happens a lot in kids' games, because kids will just press whatever button, whether it's actually true or not. Like, a lot of them are not reading. But then you gotta think, if they're not reading, why are you giving them a tutorial anyway? They're not gonna read it. I don't know. Oh, this is just a bonus room. I like how this is like, the sword power is like Link. He's got the little Link hat. I always thought that was cute. As a kid, I was like, oh, how did they do that? I mean, you know, this isn't Zelda. Isn't Zelda gonna be mad at them? I don't think I actually understood that that they're both Nintendo games. Although, to be fair, you boot up Kirby and it says HAL Laboratory, right? It doesn't say Nintendo. But it is a Nintendo game. It's because of Smash Bros. Smash Bros is the reason. I remember I had, like, as a kid, I had, like, well, I didn't really have a laptop, but my dad did. So I, you know, by extension, was able to play things on the laptop. And I remember, you know, he downloaded, like, emulators and stuff, so I could play, like, old games. There was, like, Smash 64. And my first experience with Smash was technically Smash 64 on the laptop. But I couldn't figure out how to play Smash 64 with the keyboard controls. So it's just like, this game sucks. I'm gonna go play, I don't know, what I would have played back then. Probably Minecraft. I got Minecraft in 2011 because I used to watch, like, Captain Sparkles and stuff like that. I'd be like, I gotta play Minecraft. I remember when I first played Minecraft, I had a survival world where I built a house in like a swamp or like a forest or something by the water. And you gotta remember, this is really old Minecraft. So there's not, well, there might have been maps, but if there were maps, I didn't know about them. There were probably maps existed. I feel like maps have been around for a long time. But I remember I went too far from my house. I was like, I can't find it. I'm so sad. Like, I'm never gonna find this house again. My first ever Minecraft house. It was this big, like, basically rectangle, but it had like a balcony thing coming off of it. Or not rectangle, cuboid. But it was taller than it was wide, and it had like a balcony thing. And I was like, I'm really proud of this. I built a house in Minecraft. Because, you know, the first time I played Minecraft, I played in creative mode, and I started flying by accident, and I could not stop. I didn't know how to go down. I didn't know how to stop. I mean, in my entire time using the computer, I'm pretty sure I'd never used the shift key before playing Minecraft, right? So here I am playing Minecraft, and I'm like, how the fuck do I get down from here? Obviously I wouldn't have sworn at the time, I would have been like, I don't know, 8. I was thinking like, how am I supposed to get down? This game sucks. But eventually I did. So yeah, I just made a new house, and my solution, I thought it was pretty genius at the time, was I just made a big pole, and I put lava on top, so that I would never lose it. I'd always be able to see it from a distance. And that was like my first survival world. And I'm so sad that I can't recover that save file, because man, I would love to go back and look at it. And now I know, like, if I go to 0-0, I would very likely find that first house and get to look at it. But alas, it is gone, gone for good. But Minecraft was like pivotal to my childhood, because that's the game that made me a touch typist, right? Like, I never like learned how to touch type in school. Because by the time like they were teaching it in like high school and stuff, but I was already there, because I just played a lot of Minecraft servers, so you know you'd get used to like responding quickly, because you know you don't want to be the last one to reply. You're trying to have a conversation here, so I learned how to touch type completely the wrong way. Like, I don't do any of the home row stuff, but I'm not like you know, doing it the recommended or like most ergonomic way. I'm just doing it the way I learned how when I played Minecraft, which is it's fine. My left hand doesn't move and my right hand does. So like as I'm typing, I press maybe like everything from Q to R and Z to V, A to F, like that range is like my left hand. Everything else will get typed by the right hand, basically. My left hand doesn't move, my right hand does. And I don't know why I learned... I've just thought of why I learned to do it that way. It's probably because of WASD. I kept my fingers on WASD. That makes sense. Yeah, I think that's probably the reason.